There's fish.
Alright, welcome back. This week I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison on the two types of tackle boxes I use. One of them is the KastKing HyperSeal and the other is the Plano Edge. Mainly I use 3600s. It's just what works best with my backpacks, my boat bag and everything. As you can see right off, the HyperSeal is a little bit thicker. The latching system is similar but different. The Plano Edge is attached to the lid. And my only real gripe is the Plano Edge's latch system. That one latched in good, but sometimes, let me see if I can make it happen. Yep, right there. This side didn't latch. You got to make sure both sides latch or this will spill open. I've had it happen numerous times. I've just got good at checking it now. Whereas the HyperSeal from KastKing, its latch system is similar. You lift up, but it is attached to the box itself, not the lid, which makes it a little bit easier in my opinion. And it also, I've never made it to where it either latches or it don't. There's no half latching on each side like the Plano Edge. These are about a quarter of the price of these. If you're needing just a basic box, no bells and whistles for like made specifically for terminal tackle or got little storage things for crankbaits, jerkbaits, I think you're better off going with the KastKing. As long as the thickness, it's like I said, but this is the same thickness as a normal 3600, where this one is like a little bit slimmer. But right here is the terminal. If you're wanting something a little bit fancier, I guess you should say, the Plano Edge is it. They have a lot better storage options. I'm hoping KastKing comes out with something similar. My only real gripe about KastKing is when you stack them on each other, they will move around. Which is not a deal breaker, but when I store stuff in here on the shelves, see these Plano Edges, they kind of interlock together. Whereas these slide right off. That's my only gripe really about the KastKings, other than not having all those little specialty organizations. But like I said, this is 12 bucks. This is like 45 bucks. So, you know, this is just me being fancy. I had money to burn. If I didn't have money to burn, I'd probably just have all these. But I think either box is a good way to go. They make various sizes, 3500s, 3600s, 3700s. They both work good. They're waterproof. I've had them in the rain. I've dropped them in the creek. I have no issues with build quality. I'm sure, I mean, they're plastic. If you drop them enough on a hard surface, they're going to break. I mean, that's anything. But I think it's just a matter of preference. If you want the fancy organization, shell out the bucks for the Plano Edge. You'll be happy with it. If you're on a budget and you'd rather buy 4 boxes to one, you'll be happy with the KastKings. I use the Plano Edges mainly for my creek stuff, crankbaits, topwaters, just because, and on my terminal obviously, because stored a little bit better. It's easier to get to. My hooks don't move around. These I use for like my float rigs. This is all my live bait float rigs. Here's my crappie jigs. Here's my catfish box. The hooks will get up above the dividers sometimes on these KastKings. A small hook will, where I've never had a hook move on the Plano Edge. But that's not really a deal breaker. I mean, you're, like I said, you're looking at $12 versus $50. So yeah, there's going to be some minor issues, but you can live with that. It's all down to preference. If you're on a budget and you don't need the bells and whistles, I would not buy anything but these HyperSeals. I love them. They both have, both the Plano Edge and the KastKings have the little moisture wicking pot. I haven't had any issues with fogging up, no issues with water getting in them. I've had them go in the creek, like I said, in the lake. I've dropped them. One thing about if you do drop them, this sucker right here is going to fly open. These, I've had them come open, but it's not every time. If I drop this right now, I'm going to be picking up hooks for 15 minutes. If I drop this one right now, I got about 25% chance I'm picking up hooks. So I do like the latch system better on the KastKing. I think it's stronger. I think it's better being attached to the box rather than the lid. It's always real solid. Whereas this one, right there, I didn't get a good latch. You got them right there. See? You've got to check these every time to make sure they're latched. But other than that, I think it's just a matter of preference, like I said. If you're wanting to be more basic and save a lot of money, there, right there is the KastKing HyperSeal. If you're wanting a little bit more organization, a little bit fancier, this right here is the way to go. And if you don't like the orange, they have several different colors. I think they got like a gray and a purple and a black. You can get other colors, but the orange was cheaper and I was on a budget. So that's what I got. All right, I appreciate it, and catch you next time.